Kerry Hyder, stay or go?
I think the 49ers are going to make a strong run to keep him. I think that Mav put together a really good article on that earlier this week, and he really convinced me. I like Hyder. I didn't think the 49ers could keep him, but the more and more you look at where they are salary cap wise, I think they're going to be able to make a move that's going to keep him.
Yeah, I definitely think they need to bring Hyder back just because I think they need that consistent second rusher. So one, Eric Armstead can move inside on passing downs, because we saw against Dallas, he can make an impact on the inside a lot. And if you have Kerry Hyder on the outside alongside Nick Bosa, you get a consistent guy that can also defend the run. And I know we think he might get a lot more money, but I kind of look at what Emmanuel Ogbah got last year, and that was 2 years, $15 million from going from Kansas City to Miami. So that'd be 7.5 per year. I kind of said maybe 6.5 to 7 for Kerry Hyder. And if he wants to really bet on himself and get that big payday, maybe he takes a 1 year, $8 million deal and knows that the salary cap is going up next year and can cash in on that with 2 consistent years, kind of what Shaq Barrett did, coming back for a year. And now he's going to get a big payday.
Yeah, I've always said he's gone, but you know, same thing with Maverick. I think he's starting to convince me that way. I could see him definitely staying on board because Chris Kaceric's probably going to pound the table for him since he was the main reason he became a 49ers anyways. And plus, they definitely need someone with some production that's going to return into the core next year. You know, you got Bosa, sure, but Ford's still a question mark. So Bosa, Hyder, and I still think they're probably going to dip their hands, whether it's the draft or free agency, for another depth for the pass rush. So it's almost like, all right, cool, you let him go, and like you don't want to pay him that much, but you know, would you rather re-sign him and you know what he can do, you know how he fits, or would you rather go dip in the stranger pool and just try to see if someone else, just because he's a bigger name, if he fits? So I definitely am starting to lean towards he's going to stay, but seeing him go would not be a surprise at all.
I don't know if they'll give him like a starter contract. They may give him like a nice backup offer, but if he can go get money to be a starter somewhere else, he's not young. I mean, I know he's tried to leave Chris Kaceric in the past and failed, but I don't know. If the Niners don't offer him much and some team blows him out of the water, I think he'd go. That being said, maybe teams look at what happened the last time he went away from Chris Kaceric and say, you know what, Kerry, you just stay with the Niners. It's got something good going on over there. It seems realistic that they could bring him back and not have to give too much money and even be able to bring him off the bench, which was their idea for having him last year anyway.
Yeah, when you look at some of the deals that have been given out already right now, they look like they're a little bit lower than you would normally expect these guys to be getting too. So that could help play into the 49ers' favor with a guy like Hyder.
Yeah, that only makes sense with the cap going down. Also, you're not going to see these like outrageous record-setting contracts like you do every year. Why would you? Makes sense.
Right. That's why I think the 1 year deal route is good for a lot of these guys, because the salary cap will go up so high. So not just Hyder, but even who we're, I think, talking about next, Tart and other guys like that, where you go 1 year and get that big contract next.
Way to ruin the suspense, Maverick. Thank you.
Well, you put it up already. You put it up.
Oh, it's my fault.